What is the main purpose of a business? Is it to make as much profits as quickly as possible, or to build something that will last, will grow, and will benefit as many people as possible? Now, let me tell you a story. There's this farmer who one day woke up and realized that one of his hens was actually laying golden eggs. So he took that first egg, rushed to the market. Literally, he went running. He sold it and was very delighted, excited, intrigued. And he would repeat that cycle every other day in the morning. Waking up, grabbing the golden egg, rushing to the market and cashing in. The farmer started to grow slowly and become rich and wealthy. But not until when greed started creeping in. And he wondered, what if I just slaughter this hen and get all these eggs once and for all, at once, in a lump sum manner, instead of this hen, which must be very mean, it is giving me an egg at a time, in a piecemeal manner. So he did exactly that. He slaughtered the hen, and inside, what did he get? Of course, nothing. Because of greed, this farmer killed a hen that was laying golden eggs. And this is exactly what most of us do. When you are running a business, you don't give and do what is supposed to be done for that business for it to stay longer and to serve you longer. What most people do, they try as much as possible to minimize expenses, even if it is at the expense of the same building that is feeding you. They cut corners, they mistreat employees, you underpay them. When it comes to customers, you provide them with low quality products so that you can spend as little as possible. And when it comes to pricing, you want to set the highest price. So at the end of the day, your employees, they run away from you. Your customers, they disappear. And you could have been able to enjoy some good profits. But you know that slogan that says, if you want to go far, you need to go with people. You need to involve people. But if you want to go fast, it is true. Put yourself at the center of your business. You will run very fast. However, you will soon crash. Profit maximization. There is this concept. For example, the matatu business. You know very well your matatu, if it is running from Nairobi to Thika, it should do a maximum of 3 trips in a day. That is when the car is optimally used, not used the maximum way possible. There is an optimal level, so that you don't overuse it, and it gets time to go to the garage for servicing almost on a daily basis to check whether tires are okay, the engine is okay. But what happens with most PSV owners? They engage a driver and they do a deal with the driver that, promise me you will be giving me 5,000 on a daily basis as my profit. And the driver accepts, but he knows it will not be very easy. If he has to rely on the 3 trips from Nairobi to Thika on a daily basis, he will not be able to make some good money for himself. So the driver has to drive carelessly and at a very high speed so that he can do more than 3 trips in a day. So he wakes up at 4 a.m. in the morning and he will park that car at 10 p.m. in the evening. The car will have done around 5 trips. But will the car have had a chance to go to the garage? No. Changing of the filters, changing of the oil, checking whether the car is in good condition? No. So at the end of the day, yes, the owner of the car is very happy. The driver is very happy. What about the car? Isn't it the same story about the farmer who was so greedy, he decided to slaughter the hen that was laying the golden eggs? So with time, the vehicle, the matatu, slows down and the engine starts developing complications, and after some time it fails completely, and the whole matatu has to be grounded. So the owner is not getting anything and the driver is not getting anything from that matatu. But the good thing for the driver, he will be able to go and get another brand new matatu from another owner. So you as a business owner, you are the one who suffers the consequences of not taking care of your vehicle. That is when you pursue blindly profit maximization instead of wealth maximization. That vehicle, if it is supposed to do a maximum of 3 trips from Nairobi to Thika, just ensure that's what happens. Don't overuse it. Allow the driver to apply and adhere to all the traffic rules. From speed, don't let them to overload the car, because when they carry more passengers and there is a court case because the traffic police was able to apprehend the vehicle, it is you as the owner who will suffer those consequences. So let the drivers make sure that before everything else, the car has to be taken care of. Even the driver himself, he's a family person. He should not work for extended overtime hours, because at the end of the day, we don't want this good driver to spend so much time accumulating wealth at the expense of his health. Because what will happen once he falls sick, because as you know, the body will complain at some point. This driver is not sleeping, is having so much stress trying to navigate the roads that have so much traffic. Because of not resting, he might have even depression. So he may get some good money by overworking himself at the expense of his health, and that money, that wealth that he will have accumulated, he will use it to try and recover his health, and sometimes it is not possible, or it comes at a very hefty cost. And even the Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? So the best thing, allow the driver to balance work and life matters. Let him work for 8 hours. Allow him to go home. For the matatu, take it to a mechanic, to the garage. Let it be checked. The addition of oil, water, ensuring that it is in good shape. That vehicle plus the driver, they will serve you for so long as a business owner that you will be able to buy more cars, more matatus from that first one. Because you did what? You concentrated on wealth maximization, the long-term game. That's what you are playing, not the short-term game. And therefore, this driver, have you ever seen some drivers on the road for PSVs? They are around 65 years and they are still very proud of their work because they did not overuse their body. And sometimes they are still driving the same matatu they were driving 10, 15 years ago. And some people, other business owners have come, they came with speed, with greed. Their first car did not last long and they quit the matatu sector. So it's about playing the long game and ensuring that it's wealth maximization, not profit maximization. And let me now mix this or transit to the topic that I love most. When it comes to KRA, same story. As a business owner, don't try to cut corners with KRA. Yes, taxes come as an expense. It will reduce your takeaway home, the profit that you will eventually call yours. But if you pay as you earn on time for your employees, you pay VAT on time and what is supposed to be paid to them by ensuring that you are doing tax avoidance, not tax evasion. Tax avoidance is when you use correct and legal means to try and minimize your taxes. You're not evading. If it is investing, you want to invest in government bonds instead of investing in corporate bonds, because most government bonds, they are tax-free. You want to invest in areas or in projects that attract less taxes compared with those other areas that attract higher taxes. So that is tax planning. You pay as you earn, VAT, all other taxes, even rent. You pay on time to avoid penalties from your landlord. Some landlords, they increase penalty when you delay paying rent. Or maybe you have been auctioned, you have been sued. For your employees, give them proper remuneration, treat them fairly, don't dismiss them illegally or unfairly. Once you do the right thing, your employees will stay for you longer. Your customers, you are selling to them good quality products. You are putting the customers first. You treat them with courtesy. You honor them. These customers, they will not run away from you, and they will continue to be your brand ambassadors. Your business will grow and continue becoming better and better because you are not obsessed with profits. You are obsessed with a situation whereby it's not only about you as the shareholder, but about all the stakeholders. The stakeholders, this include the customers, suppliers, the government agencies from KRA to NSSF to SHIF to the community that your business is operating in. Remember, your business cannot operate in isolation. It has to operate in a certain community. And this is the main reason you see companies doing CSR, corporate social responsibility. They try to educate the needy and bright children in their neighborhood. They try to educate to enhance security measures. They do everything that is possible to even support the churches that are within their community, because those churches play a very significant role in ensuring that the members of the community, they are God-fearing and they will not steal from your company. Same thing as taxes. If you fail to pay taxes because you want to maximize your profits, what if the government is unable to pay police? What is the government is unable to pay the civil servants, and there are strikes all over, and there are chaos? We go into civil arrest, tribes fighting one another, and there's a coup d'etat. That business that you so much and selfishly trying to defend and to protect, will it continue to operate? Remember the case of 2007 post-election. No business was operating. So your duty to pay taxes, to pay your employees properly, to ensure that you are giving quality product to your suppliers, all that, those are not expenses to your business. In fact, they are the very reasons why your business will not only survive but thrive. So in short, don't go for profit maximization where you are just obsessed with increasing your profits by minimizing your expenses. You want to underpay your employees. You want to provide your customers with low quality products. You want to do all manner of shortcuts in the name of reducing your expenses. That car, you don't want to take it to the petrol station, to the garage for it to be serviced, because you feel the 1 hour, the little time that it will be there being repaired or checked, you feel that is the time that will be losing that time in terms of revenue that you would have earned by doing business with your car. In the long run, what you ignore will be the main reason your business will come down. So don't be greedy. Ensure that you treat the assets that you are working with. Give them, if it is the car, make sure that it is well maintained. The employees, the suppliers, the landlords, the KRA. KRA is the last entity that you would want to mess up with. They will close your bank account. They send bank agency notices advising the financial institution where you have a bank account to suspend those bank accounts until you clear with KRA first. And you know many cases where KRA has even closed down businesses. Businesses have become bankrupt because for some time they were pursuing profit maximization as a concept. The right thing is wealth maximization. If you want to go far, go alongside other people. Carry with you all the stakeholders. But if you want to go fast, go alone. But for sure, you will definitely crash. Your business, you want it to be a legacy like Coca-Cola, a business that has been there for more than a century, more than 100 years. For them, they were not about shortcuts. It was about doing the right thing at the right time and to the right people. Always. And that's what we call excellence. Doing the right thing even when no one is seeing you. For your business to thrive and to sustain the pressure that we have in the market. Shortcuts? No. For what does it benefit a man to gain the whole world and lose their own soul? For what does it benefit you to spend so much money accumulating wealth only for you to spend the rest of that wealth, the whole of that wealth, trying to recover your health? And for what reason would it profit you to acquire so much profits within a short period of time, only for your business to get into trouble with KRA, to get into trouble with the employees who you fired unfairly, illegally, and they are suing you, and you are supposed to compensate them with a lot of money? For what does it serve you to get profits, so much profits for a short period of time, and then you spend it trying to sort out cases with your suppliers because you shortchanged them? Cheap is expensive. Don't go for profit maximization. Always go for wealth maximization. And when you know better, for sure I know you will do better.